Thanks for choosing Biblical Bluetooth, where the righteous connect. I'm Jay Orlando. And before we get started, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, for it helps the algorithm. And whoa, we're here now, man, in a real different place, because the world knows that there's a special, particular, peculiar group. However, many get caught in their emotions, and their emotions tell them, we're all equal. Everybody's all equal. But everybody's not treated equal. However, the Word, the Bible itself, speaks completely of it being a peculiar group. And I'd love to know who that peculiar group is. So let's take a bird's eye view and look and see who this peculiar group is. Now in the book of Amos 9, 1 through 4 and 8, it states that the children of Israel would never be able to escape persecution, especially without the Father's help. So, wow. The illusion of inclusion, take that off the table. There's no way that the other nations can be included in this group. Let's take a listen at this. This is amazing.
But the Klan is a Christian organization?
Yeah, we're Christian.
You were a slave, not me. I'll stop you again. I am sick and tired of allowing black people to get away with calling themselves Christians, and they're just black.
Christian national.
White Christian men are not going to sit around while you turn our children into a bunch of nigger lovers.
It says here that white continues to be defined as a symbolism for Christian and English, but also not as black and Indian. Now, let's take a bird's eye view of some of these clips and see some of the things that are being said on a global mass.
Video from Kwame Ture from, I think, the 70s.
Was a man by the name of Theodor Herzl, H-E-R-Z-L. He was the founder of Zionism. He said that he was going to find the state that God promised the Jews. Listen to this very carefully. This man, Herzl, was an atheist. He believed that there was no God. He said God did not exist. Now, how is it that a man who believes that God does not exist is going to find a state that God promised to his chosen people? I tell you, this man is Satan in disguise. Zionism is a satanic movement. It is devil. It is imperialism. It is racist. It has gone and taken the lands of the Palestinian people and through terrorism has driven them out. And through terrorism, it maintains its power. And the United States of America, with over 6 million homeless, sends to Israel billions and billions and billions of dollars everywhere to bomb Palestinian people while homeless people are here and unemployed are here. Zionism is going to raise this war and make the people of America become clear to what it is and become anti-Zionist and stop the aid to Israel and use the money to take care of the homeless in this country.
This is word for word, verbatim, from the Jerusalem Post by Benjamin Netanyahu in 1990. If we get caught, they will just replace us with a person from the same cloth. So it doesn't matter what you do. America is a golden calf, and we will suck it dry, chop it up, and sell it off piece by piece until there is nothing left but the world's biggest welfare state that we create and control. Why? Because it's God's will. And America is big enough to take the hit, so we can do it again and again and again. This is what we do to the countries that we hate. We destroy them very slowly, but we make them suffer for refusing to be our slaves.
This is who our government is saying is our greatest ally.
My friend told me in Singapore, whites are evil. I cannot disagree. He said whites are evil, period. I didn't say that. He said that. I'm not.
But you think it.
Yeah,
a lot of hate for white people, so I don't know. Chicken cross. Shout out Rainbet.
Now who's gonna next? Maybe Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, one by one.
Well, so you're just naming all rich white guys.
I don't know. All these guys are involved. All white guys. No Asian men involved in this one. But the Philippines, all white guys going after little girls. Then Thailand said, this is your DNA. You have DNA. That's DNA. But I can understand, yeah. Because white people, they robbed the whole world. They stole the world. America, Australia, New Zealand, India, they're robbers. Jamaica, they're thieves, you know. Now they're coming here and stealing Asian girls now. Shit. With respect.
So you just had a bad experience with...
Come on, I'm telling
with white people in general.
What you see around the world, you know, you don't deny that. Demand. Jeffrey Epstein set up the sex island. Why? Many whites, they are the pedos.
If there's wheat, there's tares. If there's a seed of the chosen, there has to be a seed of Satan. Who is this group that's been through all these atrocities? And I mean, it's right before our eyes. Well, it's right here in this book, an open book test. No matter what this group's efforts to earn fairly, to be assimilated, to bow down, no matter what they choose to do, it's never enough. They're always held next to nothing. As it states in Jeremiah 11:11, it mentions Yahuwah's judgment. And maybe that's the reason why this group has been through so much and has had to fight their way constantly until return of the Father's true will. And now we are entering to the second Exodus. And the second Exodus, of course, is the gathering and the return of the children of Israel to the promised land and to be restored with the Father, Yahweh. Let's take a look. Happy Passover.
Passover meal, signifying their obedience and faith in God's deliverance. This departure from Egypt marks the culmination of God's promise to free the Israelites from slavery, setting them on the path towards their long-awaited freedom. Moses conveys God's instructions regarding the observance of the Passover meal, emphasizing its perpetual nature as a commemoration of their deliverance from slavery. The Israelites faithfully adhere to these instructions, observing the Passover with reverence and obedience as they prepare to depart from Egypt. Through the Passover, the Israelites reaffirm their covenant with God and celebrate His faithfulness in delivering them from bondage, laying the foundation for their identity as a chosen people destined for liberation and fulfillment of God's promises.
So you were either a nation or you were an Israelite. If you were an Israelite, you followed the law of God over the law of the state. Even the notion of a state of Israel is a complete contradiction in terms, because Israel, the belief in one true God and following that faith, is totally against anything to be conceived as a state. It's got nothing to do with a block of land in the Middle East. A lot of Christians don't understand this. They think they must support Israel. Hang on, you're supporting this tyrannical pedivore group with a satanic star on its flag which represents child sacrifice, and you're being told this is the chosen people of God? No. And
African Americans, descendants of the lost tribes of Israel? Enslaved Africans were taken from regions tied to ancient Israelite migrations: West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. Old maps even called the area Kingdom of Judah. Coincidence or proof? Combine that with Hebrew traditions kept alive in Africa, and suddenly the question isn't if, it's how many. So when you look in the mirror, ask yourself, are you looking at a descendant of the chosen tribes?
This is me, 20 minutes being in the sun. I don't think Ashkenazis are from sunny areas. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. Somebody tells me that my ancestral DNA is not from...
Yeah, many Christians don't understand what Israel is. They think Israel is this place. It isn't. Israel is the teachings of the man Israel. You know, if you're a Christian and you believe such things, well, Israel is the teachings of the man Israel. If you are a person who believes that there is one true God and you should follow the law of the God over the law of the state, then you are Israel.